Well, it's been about a month and a half since we were introduced to you and
Yeah.
everything. Haven't been able to talk to you since. How's the process of actually settling into San Antonio and the club been?
It's been pretty good, especially for me individually. I got a lot of help from the club to settle in, and the guys are working hard. We almost finished in the second week of preseason. I think the guys look good, look sharp. A lot of things to we continue to work on, but getting our conditioning, our 100%, but little by little, we're going to get in shape.
Yeah, what are kind of building off of that? What are some of the other things that maybe you've been working on these first couple of weeks that you've been emphasizing, and maybe some of the positives that you're already seeing in the team?
Well, just how to defend as a group, and make sure everybody's committed to defend when we don't have the ball, and to get the ball back as soon as we can. And with the ball, make sure they confidence 100% to play. No matter, doesn't matter if it's out of the back or we are in the final third. So make sure that they got that confidence. The game against Houston last Saturday, to be honest, I was surprised because we only have 5 trainings before that game, and I think the guys looked pretty good.
Yeah, so since you just talked about that first preseason match, and we had some positive reflections from it, now you guys are going to be facing 2 college teams and then another sort of semi-professional team. Historically, SAFC used to kind of play some of that level of team up to 2019 and then had it for the last 5 years. What's the value, do you think, in facing those particular opponents that maybe you don't get from facing like MLS or, some of the low division professional teams?
Well, I get, first of all, when we do this preseason games, I just want to see my team. Doesn't matter. We approach every game the same way. It doesn't matter if it's MLS team, college team, USL team. It's about us, how we want to approach those games with the same mentality, with the same commitment.
Something that Alex and Shannon had kind of hinted at when we talked to them is guys really settling in. And particularly, I think, for Shannon, he talked about you guys as the coaching staff trying to help them just forget everything else that's going on and kind of focus on what's going on the field, be able to focus in on the game. Is that something that you feel like is kind of true? You're trying to help the players push everything else aside like that?
Well, not to forget everything, because I'm sure from their past, doesn't matter if it's here in San Antonio and another team, for sure they have a good team from those teams and those coaches, So is make sure they focus on what we're trying to do here as a staff.
So you have the opportunity lately to handpick a whole new fresh team. What is the common denominator of some of these guys that you decided to bring to San Antonio?
Make sure they're hard worker. They're good with the ball, with when they had the ball, and they committed to the team, to the city. They're ready to work, to play, and they're enjoying to be here in San Antonio. This is a team who's connected with the city, with the community. So that's the kind of culture we want to build here with the players.
Is there anyone who's really standing out to you? I know it's so early, but has anyone just kind of stuck
No,
out on the page?
We have a few guys who were here last year, guys who we just signed, guys who are on trial. Everybody's putting the work there, and I'm really pleased with the work they put in on the field.
Kind of
en español. Go ahead, John.
I was just going to say, since you mentioned, returning guys, new guys, even some of the trialists, obviously Morgan was even saying it's almost like there are 2 different teams, sort of the guys y'all have already signed, and then almost a whole team of trialists. I think at one point maybe 8 or so on the field last Saturday. Is it a bit difficult maybe trying to whittle that down now since you are seeing positives from so many of the different players?
No, it's not that difficult because I also knew for those guys as well. For the guy who's staying here from last year, I'm a new face, new coach for them. So it's not that it's a new start for me, new start for those guys on trial, those new faces. So we're trying the first 5 days before that game to make sure bring together the best possible combination to play Houston, and I think they accept it and they embrace it very well.
And this is also obviously been coaching for a while, but this is your first time as head coach. Does it feel any different kind of being in charge like that, having the reins rather than...
Well, on the field, no, really, because also as an assistant coach, I have the pleasure and the luxury to work with head coaches who allow me to be in charge as well. I know they were the head coaches, but they gave me freedom to put my my philosophy, who in line with them, obviously, on the field with the players. So basically, I know this is my first time as a head coach, but it's more responsibility. I know about that, but it's kind of the same when I'm on the field coaching the players.